Frank Marcoux, are you available to do the pledge? If not, when Ricky's ready, we'll start the pledge. I'll lead it. Ready? Put your hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
and time for our song.
Okay, we're going to have our good old Rotary We Care song, because today we really do care. We got some great guests here today, and we thought we'd sing this song to let you know how much we do care. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Okay, someone needs a helping hand. We care, we care. Could be home
or foreign land.
We
care.
We care. Rotary here and everywhere. We work
hard and we play.
We
are Rotary through and through. And we love good things to do.
We
We are Rotary, me and you. We care.
One more time.
The helping hand.
Someone needs a helping hand. We care. We care. Could be home or foreign land. We care. We care.
Rotary here and everywhere.
We work hard and we play fair. We are Rotary through and through, and we love good things to do. We are Rotary, me and you. We care. We care. All right, that was good.
Thanks, Don.
You're welcome. You guys sound great.
Love it. So Julia Lung, you have our inspirational moment now?
Yeah, just unmute. Okay, I am going to tell a story today. One day, as a small child, Thomas Edison came home from school and gave her mother a piece of paper. And he said to her, "Mom, my teacher gave this paper to me and told me only you can read it. What does it say?" Her mom's eyes welled up with tears as she read the letter out loud to her child. "Your son is a genius. This school is too small for him and doesn't have good enough teachers to train him. Please teach him yourself." Many years after his mother died, Edison became one of the greatest inventors of the century. One day, he was going through a closet and found the letter that his teacher back then wrote to his mom. He opened it. The message written on the letter was, "Your son is mentally deficient. We won't let him come to school anymore." Edison was overcome with emotion, and then he wrote in his diary, "Thomas A. Edison was a mentally deficient child whose mother turned him into the genius of the century." So wow, that's a story. And it sounds like another example where a positive word of encouragement by anyone can change someone's destiny. So now most successful people are not genius, but there are many other qualities of a person that leads to success in life, I think, such as your mom, commitment, discipline, perseverance, humility, and our Rotary four-way test points. So today I'd like to illustrate some of those points with a short video that also is quite humorous. So if Ricky is ready. Thank you, Ricky. So next time we are out and do our TTT in the bar, I buy everyone a Pepsi on condition that after drinking it, you have to bang your head on the can to make a mark. So that's it. That's all I have today. Thank you.
That was good, Julio.
Excellent, Julio. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julio.
Fun and inspiring. Thank you, Julio. That was great. So I know we have quite a few visitors today. Besides the recipients, do we have any other visitors or visiting Rotarians?
We do have one visiting Rotarian.
And who is that, Kurt?
In the field of electrical contractor from the Dublin Club is a well-known guest at our club who's almost a member because he attends more often than some of our own members, is Robert Tucknott.
Hey,
Bye,
Bob.
Bob.
Hello, fellow Rotarians. I missed a few meetings, but I've been really busy. I thought I'd catch what I could catch of this one today. Good to see you all. Real faces, real people. Gosh,
Thank you for attending.
Welcome back.
See you, Bob. Good to see you. So now it's time for another video, a Rotary video. If you would cue that up, Ricky.
What do you get out of Rotary? Our Rotary International Director, Jeff Caderet, speaks of our members and prospective members as our customers.
Think of joining Rotary as a commercial transaction. We ask people joining Rotary to contribute their time, energy, ideas, and money. When you buy something, it's because you need or want it. We need to make it very clear what our purchasers are getting when they buy us.
I think for many of us, Rotary has changed our lives significantly. Think about that and see if you can convey it to prospective members. Rotary gives you the chance to meet people you never otherwise would have met. Rotary gives you the opportunity to do things you could not have done on your own. Rotary gives you a set of principles and values with which to live your life. Prospective members need to know that Rotary is an effective network of community leaders, and membership gives them access to this valuable group. A Rotarian receives personal growth. fellowship, professional development and leadership training, continuing education, public speaking skills, family opportunities, unique travel experiences,
And most importantly, we get the opportunity to serve our communities locally and those in need internationally. Through Rotary, you can make a difference.
Unmute me. Thank you, Ricky. That was great. So now it's time for our board announcements. And I have an announcement I'm very, very excited with that actually goes in tandem nicely with that video that we just saw. One of our our biggest Rotary event every year, obviously, is our Spirit Run. We've been doing it for over 25 years now, and it's a very important fundraiser. Much of the money that we're donating today to our local community is because of this fundraiser. It's very significant. We have some great sponsors, and it's a very strong and important bedrock of our club. So we've been asking for the last couple of months if somebody would step up as chairperson, because we know that the chairperson now is not able to continue in that duty, although he's done an amazing job over the past few years as chairperson. So I'm very, very excited to say that one of our own great leader has stepped up to the plate. Already has done so much personal development, such an excellent leader. And I would like to announce that Larry Annis has decided to step up to the plate and be the chairperson of our Spirit Run this year. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
So very exciting, very exciting. Thank you so much, Larry. It's a big deal. You're taking on a great opportunity and a great project. So if there's anyone who would love to work with Larry, now's the time to think about it.
No.
Stop it, Ruby, stop it.
There goes the crowd. Ginger, if I may say just a couple of things, I am very pleased to be able to do this. And I'd like to thank Todd and Beth for their last several years of service in doing this. They've done a wonderful job. And I'd like to thank Kathy Alameda and Marjorie Wong-Gllmore for their alleged turnkey assistance they're going to give us. And we have already had one major sponsor announce it. I've contacted John Sensabaugh, and Sensabaugh San Filippo has agreed to be a major sponsor. Again, they're stepping up to the plate, and Fred Nicandros has agreed to allow us to use his parking lot again if we decide to do an in-person race. So those two people have really stepped up. I am looking for people to be on the subcommittee chair, of course, and I'm looking for a chairman, co-chair to assist me. So I really am glad I have the opportunity of doing this. I hope you'll all join me and help me step up. And please mark October 31st. Coincidentally enough, Halloween's on October 31st this year, which also happens to be a Sunday. So our race is going to be on actual Halloween day. So please mark your calendars for Sunday, October 31st, and we'll have a lot of fun along the way doing this, I hope. So thank you for your support.
Thanks again, Larry. That's excellent. So we have also an announcement from Gary Harrington.
Hi, fellow Rotarians, and yes, I want to take just a brief second to tell you that our WASH project is going ahead with great vigor. Right now, we only need $2,300 of pledges from our fellow Rotarians to make our $8,000 goal for our next WASH project in Nigeria. And I want to thank those that have already pledged and already have donated. And we have 13 Rotary members and some of their spouses. So again, thank you. See yesterday's email and it'll tell you, give you more information. I'm sorry I haven't been able to show you the present of the toilet restrooms that we were going to be building for this school. Remember, there's 552 students that are going to be served and 17 staff that have an outhouse right now that's collapsing, and they're going to have a 4 toilet room wash area, toilet area. So again, thank you, and let's keep up the good work.
Thank you, Gary. Anyone else, any other board members have an announcement before we proceed with our program?
No,
Okay.
President Ginger, may I say something, please?
Yes, yes, Bill.
So hello, folks. The district training assembly will begin on April 24th. It'll be conducted on 6 different days, Saturday, Monday, Thursday, and then Saturday, Monday, Thursday. Again, the Saturdays will be from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, and then the Mondays and Thursdays will be 5 to 7 or something like that p.m. Each one of the segments is like an hour long each. I'm going to put the registration link into the chat bar. Please register for it. That doesn't commit you to attend any of the classes, but once you register for it, you'll be able to see what's available and see if there's something that piques your interest that you might want to check out. In some of the other clubs, just to give you an idea, like 15 to 25 people are signing up already, and the registration just opened. So there's definitely value to be had by attending the DTA. It's free and it's all on Zoom, so please do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. And I was talking to the Assistant District Governor, Jill, and she was saying that even within that, there might be just 1 or 2 classes that would be interesting to you. So you don't have to commit to even a 3-hour window any of those days, but just look over the roster. And if there's something that interests you from personal development and from contributing to the club, then reach out, and you can just do segments of it as well. So any attendance would benefit you and possibly the club. So thank you, Bill. Anything else? Okay. Next we have Nancy Pennell. We have a very important and special meeting today. So take it away, Nancy.
I had to unmute myself. First of all, I'd like to tell you that my name is Nancy Pennell, which you just said, and I'm the chairman of the Rotary Foundation Committee. And I would like to introduce the rest of the members of the committee, which is John Lewman, our immediate past president, who was the chair for several years. Kathy Alameda, who is our wonderful secretary. Marjorie, who is our treasured treasurer. And then we have Don Lewis, who has now created the new grants committee, and he's going to be the chair of that. And John Lewman will be joining him on that. Nancy Harrington is one of the trustees. Gary Harrington is one of the trustees. Steve Van Dorn is one of the trustees. And Ricky Walters was forced to sit on this for the year as immediate past president of the club. So those are the treasurers or the trustees that make up the foundation. Our Rotary Club Foundation Board of Trustees met on Thursday, February 18th to consider the request for this year's awards for community grants. With a limited amount of money to give out, it made the choices very difficult. The available funds consisted of $7,250 in donor advised funds. We had $8,800 from the general foundation donations that were made by our club members. And then we had $5,000 for the foundation corpus fund. The 19 applicants requested a total of $45,750. So making the final decision was a trying task, as we only had $21,050 to award. Don Lewis, committee chair of our foundation community grants, worked on getting the information out and receiving all the grant requests. Kathy and Marjorie worked hard on getting them organized and giving us all information on the previous 5 years community grants. Then the difficult work began with all of the trustees selecting the recipients from the grant requests. We wish we could help more people, and hopefully next year we might be able to. So now I am going to turn the program over to Don Lewis, who will introduce the representatives from the various organizations that did receive grants, and then from the ones that aren't here that also got grants. So take it away, Don.
Thank you, Nancy. I'm so happy to see everybody out there today. This is a day we've been waiting for some time. I spoke to the representatives of the grants earlier before the meeting started, and I wanted to let them know how much we treasure what they're doing, their service in our community. The pandemic has given a new emphasis about how we care for each other and how we have not cared for each other. And for them to be in service right now, I don't know where we would be without them. And so my heart and soul is actually for everything that they're doing. And I know the world needs more of you to do the work that we all cannot do all the time. I'd first like to recognize, before we recognize our recipients, my committee who worked with me. When I got into this job, I don't know what happened that day, but I raised my hand when I should not have, at least I thought. And that was a couple of years ago. And I was kind of a one-man show. Well, my profession's almost been like that, but I was almost a one-man show. And finally, I called for some help. And John Lewman was the first guy. And then Kathy and Marjorie saw that we needed some help just to organize this. And I am so in debt to all of you. Thank you for all you do. And we also called Lee Carlson to be an advisor, and Lee stepped up because he's been in this position a long time. So first, I like to say that this whole idea of the community grants is a wonderful situation, and we wanted to have everybody who got an award to be on the program, but we decided that we would just have the top 5 grants represented, and the representatives come forth and tell us about what they do. And so for the beginning, we will start out with Agape Villages. And I think, is it Jen?
Yes.
Okay, Jen. Okay, Jen, I have to tell this little story. Earlier today, when we were getting together with the recipients, I asked each one to just introduce themselves, and Jen gave us her whole speech. So, and she was excellent. I don't know how she's going to top that.
Well, yes, that was a little embarrassing. Thank you, Don, so much. As Don said, I am Jennifer Oxy. I'm with Agape Villages Foster Family Agency, and we are so grateful to the Rotary Club of Pleasanton for the $2,500 grant. We just could not be more thankful for this money for our organization. And a real quick overview, we actually, our organization recruits, trains, and certifies foster families willing to take in abused and neglected kids who have been removed from their biological homes. And mostly it's due to abuse, neglect, drugs, alcohol. Those are the top reasons. And so folks come to us and they want to register to be a foster parents if they're a couple, and we can put them through the foster parent training within about 6 weeks. And so that leads me into what our grant is going to go for. So I actually wrote the grant and asked for those specific things that certify our parents. So it's recruiting, training, and certifying our parents. And to break that down real quickly, so recruiting our foster parents, we recruit them online, through Facebook, through ads, through TV commercials. Sometimes we'll do radio spots. So we do need funds to do that. And then we also put them through a 6-week pride training, which teaches them the specifics on how to parent these foster children and these kids that most of the time need come to us with a lot of issues, psychological, emotional, and our foster parents need to be trained to deal with the children. And then we certify the families. Again, like I said, it can all be done in 6 weeks. So it's an amazing process. And by doing that, we do home checks, we do CPR classes, they do a TB test, they make sure that we make sure that they're financially stable and they're not doing this for the wrong reasons. And then they're able to be certified. So that's where we are putting the money that was so generously granted to us from the club. So we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer. That was great. You can't hear the claps, and everybody's muted. Thank you so very much. And that was a $2,500 grant for
Yes.
Agape Village. Our next recipient is Hively, and everybody knows Kelly. I think you have been such a wonderful light in this valley with all the work that you've done with the various organizations, and we feel so honored to have you here and representing Hively today. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you for the invitation to be here. And I appreciate the introduction. And I just, in Jen's defense, I want to say quickly that Elaine and I were texting back and forth. Are we supposed to present now? So I'm glad we're not first in the alphabet. So anyway, we very, very much appreciate the support of this club and the investment that you're making in the families in the community. I feel like I'm out there with my megaphone all the time, so this might seem redundant. Many of you have supported Hively, and I very much appreciate that. I am with my colleague Elaine Trueblood, who's our grant writer extraordinaire, and so I invited her to. She invited me to be here, actually. At Hively, our mission really is to strengthen families in our community, and we believe that thriving communities start with thriving families. And so Hively has in the last year been charged with providing the basic resources that families need. Families have turned to us when they need food, when they need clothing, when they need—
Hey, Kathy, this is Steve McCoy-Thompson. Give me a call if you can. Number's 925-519-0221.
Sorry. Rental assistance and other kinds of support. And mainly families turn to Hively just for the care that you all saw in that initial inspirational moment that Julio shared. We believe that one caring adult can change a child's life for the better. And we know that the parents we serve aren't too far from childhood. We serve the youngest, most vulnerable families in the Tri-Valley. So that we wrote the grant and asked that you invest in our diaper pantry. And I can tell you that I never thought at my age that I would be spending so much time looking for sales on diapers. So we are on target this year to provide 500,000 diapers to people in the Tri-Valley community. And that's about $125,000 investment. So we really appreciate the groups that do diaper drives that like you all support from your own bank account, support our diaper pantry. And we know that 1,200 kids a year end up in the emergency room with diaper related issues. And we know that 1 in 3 families struggles with diaper need. In addition to diapers this year, we've provided more food than we ever dreamed we'd need to. We had a recent distribution. We have diapers, food, gently used clothes. And we had a kid run up to me at the diaper table and at the food table, and he said, "Can we get some of this food?" And I said, "Of course, but you have to ask your mom." So he ran over to his mom and he said, "Mommy, we can eat today." And I think these are your neighbors. These are people in your community. And we really appreciate that. We don't know what each other is carrying. And so your support means the world to us in helping people preserve their dignity. And people who've never had to ask for help, I'm sure you'll hear this from Open Heart Kitchen as well. People who have never had to ask for help are finding themselves in the position of needing to reach out to organizations like Hively, just for the very basics, food and shelter. So I could go on and on with stories, examples, moms calling and saying, I literally have nothing left in my cupboard. I'm down to the dust in the cracker box. Can you help me? And our answer is always yes. And it's because of people like you. So thank you for your generosity. Thanks for your donations. Thanks for all you do to support those in the community who really just need a hand.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Kelly.
That's wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Kelly. It's
Thank you.
always a pleasure to see you. All right, I think our next is from Hope Hospice, and I don't know. We didn't get Jennifer earlier. Did she show up? Jennifer Petley?
No, I haven't seen her in any of the pictures.
Okay, maybe something came up for her. Okay. I think most of you know Hope Hospice. I know it very well. The work that they have done. And recently, my mother-in-law, Julie's mom, was under Hope Hospice care. I call them angels. They are angels. The people who work with them are with the families, with the patients, are just angels. They actually help, I think, the family as much, if not more, than the patient. And we have seen the wonderful work they do here in Pleasanton. Our mom was over in Livermore at board and care, and we had a chaplain. They furnished a chaplain, and about once a month she would come, Reverend Sharon, and Mom got visitors maybe once or twice a week from Hope Hospice, beside the care that she was getting from the board and care. And after Hope Hospice, after Mom passed, they were still available to us. And for those who are going, we've lost, I don't know, over 500,000 people in this country. And I wonder how they're being, the families, the survivors are being helped. But I'm sure Hope Hospice or hospice throughout this country are very busy helping us survive and readjust to what's going on. So they were given, Hope Hospice was given $2,000, and I'm sure it will be well spent. I know they do have a big budget, but they do a lot of work. And so we're very happy to present to them the $2,000. We'll move on now to another important aspect of our community, Open Heart Kitchen. And Denise Bridges.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome. We're so happy to have you here, and we love the work that you're doing. I know that Gary and Nancy Harrington have loved what you have done. They used to volunteer and so forth for many years, And so we're very happy to have you here with us. Would you tell us a little bit more about how things are going there? I'm sure your needs are much higher than they ever have been.
Yes, definitely. My name is Denise Bridges, and I'm the Development Director for Open Heart Kitchen. Thank you for your continued support of our meal programs. The grant will support our main program, our hot meals. We welcome anyone in need with no requirement for identification or proof of income or residency. As long as you're hungry, you can come and be fed. So we serve prepared hot meals to mostly people that are experiencing a crisis, either homelessness or senior citizens that are on a fixed income, and mostly the working poor. And our meals are prepared from scratch by a small staff at our main production kitchen at Ridgeview Commons in Pleasanton. And because of COVID, we've changed our operations model completely from being very volunteer based to now having about 30 part-time kitchen staff and admin staff. So we've really staffed up during the pandemic, and because of the increase in demand, we're actually moving our production kitchen, and we have a new home in Danville where we can safely social distance while we're preparing meals and make sure our staff is safe. And that'll be a larger space for us to meet this increased demand. So we're really excited. We're actually moving over this week and finishing up the next week following will be fully operational in Danville. So that will be very exciting. And then our hot meals are delivered to Robert Livermore Community Center, where we distribute them 5 days a week, every afternoon from 1 to 3. And people can pick them up curbside or take it to go by driving up or walking up. And many families come to pick up meals on their way home from work. So we try and make it very convenient for them. During the pandemic, we actually saw a 60% increase in the need for our services. So in total, we served 542,924 meals last year. So our food cost is about $3 a meal. So this grant will provide about 830 meals from the funding that we're receiving today. So thank you for your support. And I just wanted to close with an anonymous comment we received through our surveys. We do a survey quarterly to get a pulse on whether the food we are preparing is satisfying and how we're helping our vulnerable members of our community. And this person wrote to us, "The meals in Open Heart Kitchen are lifesavers. They allow us to survive every week and to slowly save up so we can find a place to call our own." So we see hunger as really an indication of the larger problem of poverty, and we love to help people with food assistance so that they can get on their feet and be able to pay other bills that they may be struggling with. So thank you for your support.
Thank you, Denise. That number of 60% more is staggering. It is staggering to know the need is that great. Thank you so much, and all the folks that work there. Wow. I have to take a breath.
Me too. I'm sorry if I talk fast.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I also need to take a breath. So I'm sorry if I talk fast.
No, that's fine. Okay, our next recipient is Sunflower Hill. Edie?
Hi.
There's Edie Nels.
Hello, everyone. My name is Edie Nels, and I'm the Executive Director of Sunflower Hill. We are so thankful to all of you for your ongoing support of our organization, especially during these critical years where you've truly funded us from the startup, kind of baby steps to where we're still very much a startup, but taking longer strides. Sorry, Dawn, did I cut you off?
No.
Okay. So we are incredibly grateful to you all for this grant of $2,500 in support of our Sunflower Hill at Irby Ranch residential enrichment program. And just to share a little bit with you, Sunflower Hill at Irby Ranch is our first affordable, independent living community for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. One of the things that's interesting about our community is that it's consumer driven. So that means that each resident brings their own direct support provider with them. But then we have programs and activities staff and service coordination staff that helps provide support scaffolding so that when the residents would like to participate in the on-site programs and activities, it's our staff that's providing those opportunities for engagement. The enrichment program offers many different opportunities. So the residents that are living at Sunflower Hill at Irby Ranch have a wide variety of abilities. We have residents who receive 24/7 support and need a higher level of support from not only our team, but their direct service team. And then we have residents who have a lower need for direct support and maybe have somebody stop in once or twice a week. So our team develops programs to meet this wide and complex residential community that we have, which is really exciting. Our programs team consists of 2 staff people that are there full-time, and they work with the residents to identify individual goals called person-centered planning for what each of the residents would like to learn in their independent living skills. We work on developing social interaction. One of those things is part of the grant that you all have funded, which is a pen pal program. One of the really important components of residential living is that our residents become a part of the greater community. And part of that is getting to know one another and dispelling maybe stereotypes about how or what a person with intellectual and developmental disabilities is capable of, or how they communicate. So we're really interested in, through this enrichment program, providing the opportunity to, as Julio pointed out in the beginning, show the extraordinary in each person. And that has been really, really inspiring to do and see. COVID-19 has certainly shifted the way we thought we would have our first year, what the look and feel would be. Everything has been virtual. We're moving towards very structured in-person planning to ensure the safety of everybody. But I think to close, moments that are so gratifying are recently we had a vaccine clinic happen, and one of our residents walked to the clinic saying, "I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it." And with the support that this resident was provided, got the vaccine, which could be very anxiety producing for people, and left saying, "I did it, I did it, I did it." And we have moments like that happening at Irby Ranch every day through the enrichment program. So I just want to thank you all so much for being a part of those moments where somebody is celebrating something that they did that they didn't think that they could do.
Thank you, Edie. That was great. What I've noticed about these programs, it's the human touch. It's really about providing the help we need in so many different ways. And it's wonderful to have organizations like yours, Sunflower, to do that. I don't know how much time we have left.
We have
So
5 minutes, John.
5 minutes. So I'm going to, Ricky, why don't you move to the next slide, and we'll just go down the list there of the organizations that were given grants. Got one more. There you go. That's it. That's it. The organizations, the Boy Scouts. I know that's Julio's loves that group. $575. Culinary Angels, 700, and I think that was to buy a new stove or some appliance that they needed for the kitchen. Friends of Pleasanton Senior Center, that is a donor advised funds. And for those who may not know what donor advised funds are, this is where a Rotarian or someone wants to give through our foundation to a specific organization in our community. And so you'll see the asterisk and the amount there. So that was actually given as a donor advised fund. The Harrington Gallery was also our art gallery at the Firehouse Art Gallery there was given also $1,000. Museum on Main was given $1,200, and $1,000 of that was donor advised. PPIE, We Are Pleasanton. Is Steve there? Steve McCoy?
Yes, hi.
Do you want to just say just a 30 seconds worth?
Yeah, great. Todd Udicole has been really instrumental in starting this We Are Pleasanton program to fund projects, like on the ground projects. And so the money, we raised about $230,000 to put in awnings at the Amador High School so that the students don't bake during the hot sun or get soaked during the rains. So it was a great achievement, and we're hoping to do more in the future, raise funds for new fields, etc. So thanks very much for your support.
Thanks, Steve. And the next one was Rotaplast. I don't see Tom Fox, but he has been our liaison and working in this field for as long as I've been in this club. I think it was 1985 when I came in the club. And I always thought that Tom was a doctor because he went on so many trips. But he loves this work, and it's great work. Shepherd's Gate is also $1,000 donor advised. And then Tri-Valley Haven, $1,000 donor advised funds. And then Tri-Valley Reach, $575. So all of those funds will be going out. I guess Marjorie, being the treasurer, it's going to be sending those
The checks are in the mail.
I've heard that before.
I know. They have all gone out.
Oh, they all gone out. All right.
Yes.
I'd like to thank each and every one of the board. That was a tough job this year. And my committee, Kathy, Marjorie, John, and also Lee for a minute. And thank you all for your support. I hope you understand. I'm so happy to know that Larry is going to be leading us in our next big fundraiser. I know he always does a big job because he knows how to get people motivated. Even if he can't get them motivated, he'll make them laugh. So thank you so very much. President Ginger, thank you so much for all your support. You've had a fantastic year, and we hope that we will continue this for our next president, Bill Evans. Thank you. And Nancy Pennell, love you, lady. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. The trustees did an excellent job. They worked very hard at this. It was hard to make the decisions on who was going to get what. And for a long time, we were worried there wasn't going to be a fundraiser next year. And a good part of we were only able to get $5,000 out of the corpus. So 8,000 and some odd dollars was donated by our individual members, and the 7,250 was a donor advised funds. So keep in mind, as things get a little bit better, that we do need donations to the foundation for the grants, because it hurt to only have $21,050 to give out this year. But we thank everybody for all their participation and their donations and everything else.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Board of Trustees. Congratulations to the recipients. And we'll look forward to another celebration next year after we have our spirit run and lots of donations. And we're coming out of COVID even stronger. So thank you to everyone. And with that, we will convene the meeting.